What is up, guys? This is Kobe here, and today I'm going to be talking about the importance of Star Force for the Maple Union system. Now, I went over about 5 of my characters, and I decided to test how much damage Star Force gives each of my characters. I started at 0, and then I only brought them to 10. Some characters I brought to like 20, and some I got to 30, 48. I even got to 180 on my Night Lord, just to see, how much extra damage I get. But just look at these numbers real quick for the characters that I did test out my Star Force on, and I want you to figure something out about them. Okay, now I'm wondering if you did figure it out. But if you didn't, take the number at the bottom, which is the 10 Star Force, and take the number at the top, subtract it by the number at the top, which is the 0 Star Force. What do you get? You get 9,100. That is correct. The amount of Star Force that you have, regardless of level, it gives fixed damage. It doesn't really matter what level you are, level 1, level 64, level 231, it does not matter at all. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the base damage for character rank milestones, like rank B, rank A, rank S, rank SS. At level 60, your average, your rough estimate damage per second from, what I see in my board is roughly 100k per second. At level 100, it's 400k. And remind you, this is no Star Force at all. At level 140, it's 1.9 mil. At level 200, it's 8 mil. At level 230, it's 14.5 mil. And I don't really know what 250 is. If I were to give like an exact rough estimate as to how much 250 would be, then it's probably around 20 million or so. But that's, not confirmed by me since I don't have a level 250 character on the Union board. But I did... that's pretty much the major damage overall. And considering that Star Force is fixed and it doesn't really matter what level you have to be for it, it gives some serious damage boost for those that are a lower level. We can definitely take a look at I got, as I said before, 180 Star Force on the Night Lord. The more Star Force you have on the Union board, the amount of total damage, it improves. So I got the 50 Star Force. That increased my damage from 0 to 87,500 extra damage from Star Force alone. Then I went from 50 to 100. That went from 87.5k to 358.7k. Then I boosted it up to 150. That gave me around 950k from 350k, estimate. And then at 180, the finishing product, 1.569 mil. From 950k. That's just from an additional 30 Star Force. So because Star Force gets really expensive as you increase it, they compensate for that as to give you a ton of damage for the more Star Force that you put on your board. And yes, because of financial issues for my measles and whatnot, I only tested to 180, but you can expect some really major damage boost if you go beyond 180. And if you could tell, there are some significant tier ups every 60 Star Force. If you notice how from this little chart I'm going to provide you guys, notice how 50 to 60 Star Force gave more damage output than 60 to 70, and the same thing goes from 100 to 120 and 120 to 130. So from 100 to 120, I got 139k extra damage. 130 and getting to 130 and 140 did not compare to the amount I got from reaching 120. It was 151 that was able to break it. So every 60 levels you get a really good damage through some Star Force. So now you guys might be wondering, how much Star Force should I go on my mules? Well, it's very simple. Let's just say most people, they want to regain their S ranks back, so they get their level 100 character cards to 140. That puts them at the average damage per second of 2 million. Well, 1.9 million to be exact. The minimum recommended star force, which I'd say is about 120, which is already a 577k damage boost, so that'll bring you to like 2.5 mil. But the ideal star force for meals, even for level 140 meals, this goes for 200 as well, would be 140. Getting to 140 star force gives you 810k extra damage. That's like 2.7 to 2.8 mil for level 40 characters, and for level 200 characters, it would be 8.8 mil. 140 star force, this is roughly a 10% final damage increase for level 200 characters, and for level 140 characters, it's a 40% final damage increase, for your DPS on the Union boss for some more coins. So it's a very, very, very good amount of star force to get. If you can't get to 140, like I said, the minimum recommended is 120. Even if you can't reach 120, I'd just still get around 100, even though 100 doesn't really provide half the damage that 140 does, surprisingly. And if you have the money, and if you just have a ton of money, you might as well just go beyond 140 star force. I know this is somewhat of a short video, but this is some serious info that I need to get out. There is a summary of the entire video in the description. But basically, Star Force plays a very, very important role for Maple Union. Although, as you level up, you receive somewhat of diminishing returns from it because of its fixed amount. But, to make that up, the more amount of Star Force you have, getting more Star Force just increases the damage output for it, even more. And that's why I usually recommended the 120 bare minimum and the 140 ideal average for Star Force on your meals. With that, you should be doing a very, very nice amount of damage to the Union boss to get, a whole bunch of coins. Getting the Star Force will definitely pay off. It doesn't pay off soon. It really doesn't pay off soon because getting Star Force is somewhat expensive. But it's it's a long-term investment. With this long-term investment, you'll be getting a lot more Union coins than you would have if you didn't invest in Star Force. And then sooner than you know it, it's gonna be well worth it. But yeah, that is about it. If you want more info, once again, link is in this. Not link, but just I have everything right in the description. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned something from it, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. That is if you want to, and I'll be bringing back some more great content to you guys later. Peace out, everybody.